Hey everybody, well you've been asking for it, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this on YouTube. This is my creamy vegetable bacon soup. So super simple ingredients. You need 1 head of celery, 1 large onion, about 1.5 bags of spinach, any kind, baby or regular, doesn't really matter. You need a really fatty, thick cut bacon. And I mean, look at this. Normally when you buy bacon, I know you're looking for the kind with all the meat, but I look for the fattier the better because you're gonna be using only the grease. And you need about 2 to 3 tablespoons of good bacon grease. So this was about 6 pieces of this bacon. You'll need a little bit of heavy cream at the end, and there are 3 types of bouillon I use. I use chicken bouillon, any kind of vegetable bouillon. My favorite is mushroom, if you can find it. But the piece de resistance is this. This is what makes the soup so incredibly special and smoky. And I can only find this online. I get it at Amazon, and it's about $2 a cube. But let me tell you, this is the secret ingredient. All right, so it's 6 cups of water to 1 cube of each of these. And that's the entire ingredient. So first thing you can do is chop up all your celery and all your onion, and then you're gonna mix in your bacon grease to that, and you could cook it on the stove, in the oven. I like to use the Instant Pot because then it's sort of a one-pot deal. Everything's cleaner that way, and it cooks really fast. So once that is down into, it takes about 10-15 minutes. It's really, see-through and mushy. That's what it looks like when it's done. That's all the bacon grease and the celery and onion. We're going to just take that and transfer a bunch of it into your blender. Not too much, probably about half at a time. And I like to put a little bit of stock that I've done in the 6 cups of stock to break it up. And we're going to blend that up until it's smooth. Now, because it's hot, you should take the middle part out of your blender. This is a little trick, otherwise it could explode, and only use a cloth. All right, it's gonna get loud. All right, this usually makes about 3 quarts, sometimes 4, but we're gonna go with 3 today. And you just divide that evenly into all 3 quarts and repeat. So we're going to take the remaining celery and onions and put it into the blender. A little bit of stock. Blend that right back up. This is a really easy soup. All right. Nice and creamy. And again, just try to divide that equally into all 3. And looks about good. Good enough. All right. Then what you do, you've got your hot, just off the stove stock, and it's all 3 of those blended together. I just pour in some spinach, and I'm going to basically blanch the spinach. So just let it sit in there for a minute or 2 until it's soft, because we're going to be blending that in the blender next. So I call this my almost famous creamy bacon soup because I get a lot of requests for it, and whenever I make it, I give it away. I eat it myself all week long, but I always give away a quart to someone. And every time I do, somebody new, or that person says I have to have it again. So it's almost famous, so make sure you make enough to give away. All right, so I think that looks almost ready. Yes, sir. It's soft enough to blend. All right, so we're gonna put that into the blender now. said, you're going to use about a package and a half or two, just depending on how spinachy you want to make it. Let's add a little bit of broth to this, again, to loosen it up. And again, because it's hot, I'm not going to put the centerpiece in. I'll use the cloth. And you'll notice that I didn't put any salt in anything here because you get plenty of salt from the bouillon. So just to there. And you'll notice I still have about 2 tablespoons room. And then I whisk it together. And then a little heavy cream at the end, about 2 tablespoons, maybe 3. Whisk that in. You see that gorgeous color? It almost looks like beautiful bright peas. And now we're going to give it a taste, see if it needs anything. Perfect. That's it. Lickety split. My creamy vegetable and bacon soup. Enjoy.